Hello, race fans, and welcome once again to the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series. Here it is, the Season 2 playoffs have begun. It's the first race of the round of 16. It's the Melanie Hales Photography Cake Smash 250 here at the Track 2 Tough to Tame Darlington Raceway. But you know what, in iRacing, it's also week 13, and you know, sometimes some crazy stuff happens, and yeah, and it did happen tonight, and sorry that we're starting a little late here, and it had some issues with iRacing, and they got it all squared away, and they're getting ready to, they're actually in the qualifying session right now, but we're just going to go over some other things while they're out there qualifying. And of course, as always, we want to give a shout out to our sponsors. That would be Sonic Graphic Design, Admin Box, Turn 2 Terribles, and Buster's Corner. And our broadcast sponsor, that would be SRM Design, the official paint shop of Rice Motorsports TV. Now, while they're out there qualifying, let's go ahead and take a look at the standings here as we go into the playoffs here. Ken Baum Jr. is leading them in for the first race of round of 16, followed by Colin McCarthy, Kevin Click right there behind them, and down there on the bubble. And it's 3 races. It's only the first race, but you know, you see how close the points are. Where there's only 1 point, especially the guys down toward the bottom. There's only 1 point separating them. And man, I tell you, every single race is going to count. So Bill, he's going to have to get to work here tonight and try to keep Stan Mayberry, Jaden Robert Bingham, Matthew Fitz, or Don DeGroot from bumping him out of that bubble position there. Of course, the other guys, he may have a better race than, like I said, Carson Pittman, David Smil Jr. You never know. And but anybody close to that drop zone there, or getting on the bubble, definitely have to really do some work here in these first couple of races here. And then looking at the team standings coming in tonight, the Glitter Kitty Racing, they're leading the series there by a couple of points there over Turn 2 Terribles. Posse Racing third, fourth Mopar Motorsports. Then we have Mayberry Motorsports, Nitro, and Team Sparkle Unicorn, and Up in Smoke. And you see where each team has their point. And they're not really going into the playoffs here. They're not all that far apart either. So another good battle starting now with the teams as well. And let's look and see here. They have, they only have a minute left for qualifying. So we're going to go ahead, and we're not going to really have a whole lot of time. We'll run some hear from our sponsor a little later. We'll go ahead and pause a moment for our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Okay, folks, the cars are out lining up. Let's go ahead and take a look at your starting grid. Kyler McCarthy starting on the pole with Nick Cannon starting second. Jaden Bingaman in that third position. Fourth is Dylan Hastings. Ken Baum Jr. in the fifth position. Kevin Click sixth. Tyler Isley starting seventh. Eighth is Michael Zuver. William Brown ninth. Ryan Broderick rounds out your top 10. Then we have Lucas Nildress in the 11th position, David Salter in the 12th spot. 13th is Briggs Swope with Robbie Bice 14th, David Smil Jr. 15th, Brody Green in the 16th position. Then we have Matthew Fitz 17th, Don DeGroot 18th, 19th Michael Self, and George Wood rounds out the top 20. Now, after that, the rest of the guys did not qualify on time. So Bill Hales, he's a guy on the bubble. He'll start 21st. Carson Pittman, 22nd. 23rd is Stan Mayberry with Chris Lynn in the 24th position. 25th will be Jimmy Barr and Carl Fitz starting shotgun on the field in the 26th position. What? Beautiful night for racing out there tonight. 74-degree air temperature. Winds are only 2 miles an hour. Of course, they have the 4 sets of tires that they'll be using. Three green, white checker attempts. And actually, how many laps is that? Let me look at the iRacing. It's 120 laps. So yeah, that actually is supposed to be 120 laps. Yeah, we're getting caught up on some things here. But, yeah, I tell you, as always, thank you for joining us here at Rice Motorsports TV. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Click that notification bell so you'll know every time we go live. Pace car is coming down onto pit road. McCarthy getting ready to lead them to the green flag.
Green flag.
Green flag, and we're racing here at Darlington. Nick Cannon right there challenging the 24 already. Look at Jaden Bingaman right in line with him as well. Not wasting any time at all. Got a whole train of cars behind them. They're coming off of turn 4, though. Colin McCarthy, he will hold on to the lead as they start lap number 2. And you see the guys in the playoffs there with the green highlighted numbers there. The ones in the red are in the drop zone at the moment. And Bill Hales, his car is highlighted yellow. He's in the on the bubble. He's right now he's the 12th driver in the standings, and it looks like he just got past Michael Self there, having some issues staying off the wall. Meanwhile, back up the front, there's Kevin Click in that 5th position, playing follow the leader here as we race along. Oh boy, you see Bingaman there having some issues staying off the wall there. Of course, you know, it is Darlington. It wouldn't be Darlington if you didn't make some contact with the wall for sure. Oh, and somebody's down. Who is that? That was Colin McCarthy. He got out of it big time. He was your pole sitter, and cars are going on by him now, trying to get himself sorted out here. He's dropped back to about the 9th position. And that puts Nick Cannon at the point here. We got a car down on pit road. George Wood looked like he's just coming to his pit box. And he looked like he's just getting tires. And a little early to be getting tires, but hey, you know, if he feels he needs them, he might have, I don't know if he flat spotted those. Not sure what happened that he would change tires so early. But right now it's Nick Cannon and Ken Baum Jr. How many times have we seen these guys here battling each other race after race? And you know, the thing is, you know, you can be fast and be up the front, but man, I tell you, how long can you make those tires last? And you know Ken Baum is coming. And some of these guys, excuse me, they can really push those tires a good little ways into the race, into a tire run, and still be fast up the front. And look at the gap they've already put behind everybody else. Kevin Click got back up to well, Kevin Click is now in the third position. I was thinking about the 24 car there, Colin McCarthy. He's still back in ninth. Oh, we got us a caution here, and I think it's Briggs Slope maybe in trouble. Oh, he's spinning around. Looks like he's getting going again. Not too much damage. A little bit of damage on that right front. Not too much, though. And so it looks like he'll be able to continue here. So Nick Cannon, he'll bring him around to the caution. The field will bunch up behind him. Let's go back and let's see. Briggs Slope, Carson Pittman might have been involved with that as well. Looks like he's racing to catch up to the field there. Let's go back and take a look and see if we can see what happened. And so there's the 57 Briggs Slope, and Carson Pittman, the number 4 car. I guess he's going to come into the picture somewhere. Oh, and I see Briggs. He got up against the wall, and Matthew Fitz actually. That might have kept Swope from actually coming down and getting the 4 right there. There's Carson Pittman, the number 4 car. And, oh, boy, and Fitz trying to hold on to his car. And, oh, man, the 4 almost got by, and he ended up getting tagged anyway. But it wasn't a whole lot of damage. The car looks like it's okay. Just got turned around just a little bit. And, well, I tell you, a wild start to the race here tonight. And now, you know, they have no faster pairs here. So they're just, you know, if they have damage, they just have to deal with it. Everybody's making their way out, the guys who did pit. And that's the pace car. Where's car? How did I click on the pace car? That pace car has been doing some weird stuff here in the last few days. I've had some broadcasts where I click on one car and it'll jump to the pace car for some reason. Trying to get in on the action. So while they're getting ready to reset, let's see, they may get one more lap here under caution, and we do want to hear from our sponsors, that's for sure. Let's see, and yeah, it looks like they'll have at least one more lap of caution here before they get the 1 to go. So we're going to take a moment and hear from some of our sponsors. We'll be right back, and you're watching the Melanie Hales Photography Cake Smash 250 here on Rice Motorsports TV.
How are you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm talking here. You know who you're talking to? My domain! My way to money I roll.
Terribles, Port Royal Speedway. We've got Devin Borden with us.
Keen Motorsports Shop here with Kyle Keen.
Sitting here with Sean Keen. We're going to talk a little bit about racing history.
Okay, folks, we're back here. The Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series. Pace cars down on pit road. It'll be lap 12 racing once again. Nick Cannon bringing them back to the line. Boy, Ken Baum is right there. Green flag. Racing has resumed. Charging down into turns 1 and 2. William Brown in that 5th position. Real close to the front tonight. Starting up there pretty good. Actually, he's gained 4 spots since the start of the race. Taking a look down on the inside of the 26 there, Jaden Bingaman. Trying to see if he can make a pass there. Oh, they're battling behind him too. There's Michael Zuber down on the inside. And he's one of our guys that has a in-car camera tonight. Michael racing along right now in that 7th position. He was for a minute there. Brown was trying to get past the 26 there, Jaden Bingaman. Jay, he's actually our other driver that has in-car camera night. We only have 2 tonight, so it'll be Jaden there and Mike Zuber. Jaden having a good run, currently in that 4th position. Trying to run down Nick Cannon, Ken Baum Jr., Kevin Click. Ken Baum Jr., he's really sizing up that number 8 there. Trying to think about when and where he wants to try to make a move on Nick Cannon for that lead position. I mean, it's pretty simple to keep yourself safe in all the rounds. Just go win the race. It's not a question of finishing 2nd, 3rd, 4th, whatever. If you finish in the top spot, hey, you can't get much better than that, really. Kevin Click he hasn't really caught up to them. He's starting to fall back since the restart there. Jaden Bingaman's trying to get a little closer there. William Brown tried to make a pass on the 26 a little earlier, but they're starting to space out a little bit. There's Tyler Isley now in the 6th position. And all these guys are spaced out a little bit. Lucas Nilgis in that 7th spot. He's got Ryan Broderick not too far behind. And Kyler McCarthy 9th. He was up there on the pole, and he got out of sorts there and had to get down low and gather the car up and lost a bunch of positions. He's been in 9th ever since. He's followed by David Smith Jr. He's currently rounding out the top 10. He had a webcam up earlier, and I don't know if he's having problems with it or what, but anytime it's week 13, I expect any and everything to happen. I was having some weird little issues myself, but we worked through that as well. And there's Bill Hales back there. He's on the bubble, currently running in the 12th position. Now, as far as he's right ahead there of the 28 there, Robbie Bice. Ken Baum Jr. did get ahead of Nick Cannon and has taken off 3/10 ahead of the number 8. So it's business as usual for Ken Baum Jr. Your points leader up to this point in the season, now into the playoffs. We were talking about Bill Hales. Bill Hales there, he's the driver that's on the bubble. And he was just ahead of the 28 there, Robbie Bice. And there are 3 drivers that are also in the playoffs at the moment. Jimmy Barr, he's in the 14th position, followed by Carson Pittman. They're all running nose to tail there, or one behind the other. Chris Lynn in that 16th spot. Well, further back, there's Matthew Fitz. He got together there with Briggs Swope for that caution, but the car looks like it's okay. They don't have any faster pairs, but he hasn't lost any position, so I don't know if he pitted or not. But he might have just stayed out the whole time. David Salter back in the 18th spot. Baum still leading at the front there. The gap has grown on to 0.8 of a second. Stan Mayberry back in the 19th position. And Michael Self rounding out the top 20. Carl Fitz not too far behind him. There's Brody Green further back. And Brick Swope, he's still racing. He got in, had some repair work done, but he's still holding on in that 20th position. 24th, but Michael Zuber, what happened? Did he? Oh no, I don't know if he had connection issue or what. He's not showing. And there's Don DeGroot in the 25th spot. And we're showing George Wood as retired. So not sure what's happening there. I think we're having some weird issues with iRacing here tonight because one of my webcams for one of the drivers, I just lost that. So I don't know. I'm going to say it. Maybe it's a networking thing. I don't know. Right now we've got we got Jaden Bingaman in the driver cams at the moment. And he's still he's in that 5th position now. He's in the drop zone, of course. And right now he's well ahead of Bill Hales. You can see Bill back in the 12th position. Jaden Bingman currently running 5th. And right now, as him and William Brown touch the wall, they're getting each of them getting a Darlington stripe. I tell you, you have to be on the limit so much around here, but I mean, if ever there's a place where you're just battling the track as much or more so than the leaders, I'll tell you. Well, look at Kevin Click making the move on Nick Cannon. Cannon in trouble there. He's really fighting to stay off of that wall here tonight. Now he's trying to stay right on the bumper there. Kevin Click, William Brown right there behind him, and Jaden Bingaman right behind the number 9 of Brown as well. Look at Lucas Nilges now in the 6th position. He's moved up 5 spots since the start. Taking a look down on the inside. He's going to get past, we're trying to get past the 26. Looks like he's going to take that 5th position. With Lucas Nilges now into the top 5. He's already in the playoffs, in the safe zone at the moment. Doing everything he can to try to keep it that way. Ken Baum Jr. up at the front, but the gap now is 2.1 seconds ahead of Kevin Click. And Click, he's a little over half a second ahead of William Brown. William Brown now in that 3rd position. Brown, he's been steadily increasing his finishing results here towards the latter half of the season here. But having some really strong finishes, and his level of consistency is really shot up there. Good qualifying. The qualifying, a lot of that's what it is. The qualifying has improved to allow him to get up to the front and battle up at the front far more often in the last few races. Nick Cannon back in that 4th position. Boy, he's got a lot of pressure there. Lucas Nilges really piling on the pressure. And Lucas Nilges better not look at his miracle. There's Jaden Bingaman. Colin McCarthy, he was in 9th, now up to 7th. Your pole sitter trying to make his way back up the front. Tyler Iceland may have something to say about that. Taking a look on the outside. Oh boy, he had to dive down to the inside there a little bit. Oh boy, and that wall is just calling you. It's almost like it's just sucking you up there. There aren't too many tracks I can think of where it just seems like that outside wall just sucks you up there. Sometimes I think about Lucas Oil Raceway being real flat. You know, you got to run up near the top a lot there. And this track has banking, but just the nature of the track, those walls are just reaching out for you lap after lap. There's Dylan Hastings. We've seen him have some strong runs. Currently 16th. Oh, man, he really ran up on the 72 there, David Smeal. He might have had to check up there a little bit. Taking a look down on the inside. Not close enough to pull off the pass, though. This whole group right here, a lot of tight racing. Oh, look at Nick Cannon tagging the wall there. He might open the door for the 17. Yep, and they're going to go on by. And I think he's coming on down for some tires, folks, or is he? Or did he just have to? Yeah, okay, yeah, he's coming on down. He's like, nope. I'm done with that right now. And we're at lap 33. Man, these laps have gone by. They go by so quickly here. Every time I turn around, and we're just starting to enjoy it. You know, we still have a ways to go before halfway, but still. Making his way down on pit lane there. Green flag pit stop for Nick Cannon. Oh, man, it's a long pit road, too. Coming down to his box. Let's see what kind of time he's going to get here. And of course, you know, he's going to lose a lap or two coming in under green here. Right side's on, left side's going on. 15.4 seconds, and he is on his way. You know, by starting up there at the front, he had to go all the way to the other end. And of course, you see now he's coming out in that 21st position. He only looks like so far he only lost one lap. But man, he is way off the cycle compared to the other cars. There's Baum Jr., who's 5 seconds behind Nick Cannon. Now, Nick has those fresh tires. Is he going to be able to stay ahead of Baum Jr.? With those fresh tires, you see him just up at the other end of the straightaway. Baum Jr. now that's Don, the group behind him. And Don, he pitted back there on lap 9, doing that caution. And right now he's kind of hanging in there with the leader there a little bit, because you know they've been out there now for 37 laps. About half the field has stopped at least once. And a lot of it was, several of them came in for that caution. Kevin Click still a little bit back. Now he's in second, and he still has some breathing room between him and William Brown. Lucas Neal just now comfortably in that 4th position. But he still has the 24 there, Mike McCarthy. I'm sorry, Kyler McCarthy in that 5th spot. He had fallen back as far as 9th position. The last time we saw him, he was 7th. Now he's up to 5th, and he's trying to make his way back up the order. But all these guys, like I said, they've been out there on that original set of tires up to this point. Letting that car roll through the corners. You really can't fight it a whole lot here. If you really want to preserve those tires, you go in there too hot and you don't let that car do what it's able to do, it's going to punish you and put you in the wall, guaranteed. A little further on down, there's David Smith Jr. in the 9th position. He's got it, boy, and look at who's catching there. That's Bill Hales. Now he's in the top 10, making his way forward. So right now he's doing pretty good. He still has he has 4 drivers that are right now behind him as far as the standings. Oh, Smeal just tagged the wall there. Now, one of them, Nick Cannon, who's not on the lead lap, but he's completely out of sync as far as the pit cycles now with the rest of the field. So we'll see how that sorts out later on in the race. There may be a caution somewhere where he'll maybe he'll be able to get a chance to get back there and get back on the same cycle with the leaders. In the race along, there's Carson Pittman. Was able to, he did get tagged by that caution when Briggs Swope hit the wall. Him and Matthew Fitz got together, but didn't really get any damage that we could see. So he's able to continue on. Robbie Bice in that 14th spot. And that's right where he started the race, and he's still in that same position. Teammate David Salter back in the 16th position. Ken Baum Jr. has really opened up a huge lead now, 2.3 seconds between him and the 35 of Kevin Click. Click and Brown still running second and third with McCarthy in that fourth position. So whoever we have seen, let's go back to further back in the field. There's Stan Mayberry. He's a nice, comfortable cushion there. Now he's a couple of tenths behind David Salter, but he's well over a second ahead of the number 5 there, Ryan Broderick. And I think, let's see, yeah, Carl Fitz, he's on the lead lap, but back towards the end of it, running in that 19th position. And he's about, I'd say he's maybe a little bit less than half a lap behind there. Robbie Bice trying to get by. Oh, I'm sorry, Carl Fitz is a lap down. My apologies, he is a lap down. Oh boy, that was, who did I just saw there? That light colored car, that was Michael Self. He really had to get out of somebody's way there to gather it up. Lap cars now, the lead lap cars are mixing in with the lap cars, and you know that can get a little interesting sometimes. He's got the Jimmy Barr back there right behind him, who is on the lead lap there. I think it's Ryan Broderick is the last car on the lead lap in the 18th position. Now he's got Briggs Swope behind him, and then there's Ken Baum Jr. So there's Swope right there. Now that's not a battle for position though, because Broderick, he's running 17th. Swope is running 22nd, one lap down. So that's not a battle. But behind them is the race leader, Ken Baum Jr. Boy, here he comes now. Ken Baum Jr. is going to have to deal with these guys, and he's going to figure out how he's going to get past them. And they're going door to door, and he's racing down the front stretch here. It's okay, guys, leader's coming through here. Oh my goodness, and he tags the wall just a little bit, trying to not get messed up there with the 57. He squeezes on by. Oh my goodness. It can be tricky sometimes when you're having to navigate that traffic. You know, at a track like this, you just can't run down on the inside, because almost anything you do, if you do something, make a wrong move at the wrong time, you're going to end up in the wall, might end up taking yourself and somebody else out. And he was able to navigate his way through there. There's Kevin Click. Now it's his turn. He's right behind Swope. Boy, he's got Swope, DeGroot there. That 3 cars had to deal with, and he'll try his best to try to get past on the straightaway before they get to the turn. And man, I mean, oh boy, I tell you, going through the turns here, it can be a little hair raising, that's for sure. But he's through. And then you have the 24 there, Colin McCarthy, William Brown right behind him. And they'll be running up on those lap cars as well. Brown taking a look down there. Man, they're not 3 wide, but man. Oh, no, and he gets hit by the 24 and kind of straightened out there. Well, okay, maybe not. And they both end up down on the inside. That's going to cause a caution, I would think. They're maybe the way iRacing is set up at this track, there's no caution. Oh no, things are going so wrong here for Brown. They're trying to get going. Oh my goodness. William Brown, Kyle McCarthy, and he got up there and was in a hurry to get going. He tagged somebody else, and now he's really got himself in trouble there as Brown is able to continue. And after all of that, it still stayed green. And now the caution comes out. Okay. Wow, now they decide to throw the caution. Let's see, McCarthy, he's going, but he's going slowly down on the inside. Car doesn't look that messed up. Wow. So let's see. Let's go back and take a look at that again. William Brown and Kyler McCarthy. Now they're racing along. You see Kyler got into the 8, and oh boy, how he did not hit the 57 of brake slope. And right here, I thought the 24 was going to straighten him out. It looks like that's almost what's happening. Brown is trying to use the 24 to try to keep that, because keep in mind now they're going full speed now and through the turn as well, and they're trying everything they can. Oh my goodness. And he is just at too much of an angle, and here comes the wall, and that's not going to feel good there. And I didn't actually hit it that hard, but now here's where it gets interesting, because he's right there. And, now they're kind of stuck there together. And McCarthy, he's, playing at regular speed. You see them both trying to, I think he's trying to let William Brown get turned around so that he can get going. And he doesn't want to back up too, because he can't see what's going on behind him. And then they get going once again. And then McCarthy, he decides he's going to go up high, and somebody comes along. I think that might have been the 48 there, Stan Mayberry, that tagged McCarthy. And and then that just got him. Didn't get a whole lot of damage, I don't believe. The car looks like it's okay, but man, boy, that was a crazy exchange there, folks. So caution number 2. Everybody's down on pit road, getting fresh tires. Ken Baum Jr., I think he was happy to get off of those tires there. He will be restarting in that lead position. Kevin Click will be restarting second. Tyler Isley now in the 3rd position. Lucas Nilgis will be 4th, with Dylan Hastings 5th. Bill Hales, who's on the bubble, will be restarting in the 6th position. I think some of these guys just won some battles off of pit road here. Matthew Fitz restarting 7th. Now, Broderick was showing an 8th, but he just pulled back down on the pit road again, so he'll lose some positions there. So that'll put Jaden Bingaman up to the 8th position. Robbie Bice will be 9th, and Carson Pittman, if he stays out, is he coming in or is he staying out? Looks like he's coming in as well, so don't, because 10th place Broderick is on pit road, just getting to his pit box. I'm thinking maybe like Chris Lynn, he's going to stay out, so he'll move past both of them up into the 10th position for the restart. There he goes there, and you see a lot of the boy, I tell you, the guys that are in the around the 16th, they're really spread throughout the field. Colin McCarthy now, he's on pit road, and I don't know if he has some damage, but he's trying to get something done there. And well, he's back in the 22nd position. David Smil Jr. is in 20th position. He's out on track though. Nick Cannon, who started up at the front of the field, there now in the 16th position. 3 guys who are right now, I would say, are in the quote safe zone there. may not be too safe after tonight. There's William Brown. He's 15th, exiting pit road. Carson Pittman, these are all your playoff drivers. 12th position, or Jimmy Barr right ahead of him, and the 32 there, Chris Lynn. You got a couple of guys that are actually in the drop zone right now. That'd be Matthew Fitz running 7th with Jaden Bingaman right behind him. So, and boy, I tell you, the field is really mixed up there. Here you have a guy that's in the drop zone. He's up there in the top 5. And then you have a couple of guys that are in the drop zone. I'm sorry, yeah, Hales is on the bubble, and then you have the guys that are in the drop zone. They're right behind him, and we're getting ready for the restart here. And we're a little over 10 laps. Oh, it looks like they're gonna wave off the restart for whatever reason to get everything sorted out here. So this is very, very interesting for sure. While they're getting things sorted out, we'll go ahead and take a moment here from our sponsors. We'll be right back. You're watching the Full Throttle Performance Next Gen Sim Racing Series here on Rice Motorsports TV.
How are you doing tonight, man?
Hey, I'm talking here. You know who you're talking to? My man! My way to Monday Night Raw.
Terribles, Port Royal Speedway. We've got Devin Borden with us.
Keen Motorsports Shop here with Kyle Keen.
Sitting here with Sean Keane. We're going to talk a little bit about racing history.
Okay, folks, racing has resumed here, lap 58. Ken Baum Jr. taking off once again, already 4/10 of a second ahead of Kevin Click. And a lap away from the halfway point here. Tyler Isley back in the 3rd spot. I mean, these guys, the guys right at the front, they really get spread out very quickly here on these restarts. And boy, I tell you, after Dylan Hastings there in that 4th spot, boy, this whole gang of cars back here. Look at all these guys battling back here. Jaden Bingham and Matthew Fitz going at it. Bingham, now Bingham, he's in the drop zone. Boy, he is not planning on staying in that drop zone too long. He is now in the 5th position, determined to race his way up into the safe zone, and hopefully if he can try to do that tonight in a couple of more races and in the round of 16 to try to get himself up to the round of 12. Bill Hales right behind him, still on the bubble there. And he does not want to see a guy in the drop zone ahead of him. That's not what he needs. And oh, somebody's in trouble. I think it's Briggs Swope again. And he's down on the infield there. Looks like it might have been just a self-spin. Oh my goodness, where are the leaders at? He's trying to, where are they at? Oh my, are they coming? There they are right there. Oh my goodness, he got down off the track just in time. That could have been disastrous for the front of the field. But everybody got on by. Your leader continues on his way. Everybody here. Man, that was super close. They were in the middle of 3 and 4 when he was trying to get his car turned around, brick swope there. And I know he would not want to take out the front of the field there, or anybody for that matter. We just passed. There was somebody else. Was that somebody sitting down on the? That wasn't Swope, was it? Okay, I thought I saw a car. It might have just. I swear that looked like there was a car I saw down on the infield, just sitting there. It might have just been some of the logos or something. We're gonna ride along here with Carson Pittman. And let's see here. No, yeah, there's nobody down there. I think it was that dark spot down there I saw. It might have been a logo or something. At a quick glance there in my peripheral vision, it looked like it was a car or something. Carson running in that 14th position. I mean, just dancing right on the edge here. There's Chris Lynn rounding out your top 10 there. Now a little ways past the halfway points. Laps, 65 laps in the books of 120 scheduled for this evening. Of course, you know, they have the 3 green-white checker attempts. And, you know, when you want to bet that they use them or not? I'll tell you, they do tend to get to that point sometimes. We've seen it more than a couple of times here this season. Chris Lynn trying to hold off David Salter. Salter running in that 11th spot. Well, I tell you, now this is an open setup league, so the guys, they can tweak the cars completely the way they want to. And if there's ever a track where you really want to be able to have full control over that setup, boy, I tell you, it's got to be Darlington. There's Dylan Hastings. Looked like he's trying to make a move on Tyler Isley there. Look, he's going to get that 3rd position, push Isley back to the 4th spot. Now, Dylan Hastings, he's not even in the playoffs. He's running 3rd. It's, you know, it's a shame. We've seen him have some strong runs up at the front, just not enough of them. But right now, you know, in playoffs or no playoffs, he's here to race. So right now, he is on that podium position. Got the leaders there, Baum and Click, right there in front of him. He has absolutely nothing to lose. Talk about being a spoiler. But see, it's all relative anyway. It's not like the top 16 drivers, the ones in the playoffs, have to finish 1st through 16th. It's how they finish relative to each other in the race. Even if all of them, somebody jumped to the pits, it was Michael Self. So he may have had a bit of a crash there. Let's go back and take a quick look, see if we can see what happened there. And so there's Self. And, oh, it got away from him. Oh, I think he's about to hit the wall. Oh, he hit the wall. He didn't hit it. He did mess up the front there. You can see damage there on the front, and that's where he jumped right to the pits there. Jaden Bingaman working on Matthew Fitz there, trying to get that 5th. Oh, no, and he gets into the 3. Is Fitz, is he going to hold on? He's trying to go. Oh, and somebody ghosted through him, and we got a caution here. Matthew Fitz, he's got it locked down. Oh, he is in a precarious position. Oh, man, he is not going to be a happy camper there. Oh, my goodness. Caution here, lap 71. Let's go back and take a look at that and see what happened here. And so there's Fitz, and here comes the 26 there, Bingaman. And I think he's going to try to go down on the inside, but he wasn't quite clear. And boy, he just touched the that left rear of the 3, and nothing either one of them can do now. Bingham, he goes on by, and Fitz is trying to hold on to the car. Remember, you're going 53. Oh, no, here comes Bill Hales, and Bill Hales has got his heart in his throat. They're like, no, no. Lucas Neal just, oh, and he ghosted right through. Now, he got lucky there. He could have very easily, did he pick up any damage there? Neal he's showing a little bit of damage on the front. I don't know if it was already there or not. But Fitz now, he is just staying stationary. Wow, guys are just going by him left and right. And he's like, God, please don't hit me. Please don't hit me. And everybody gets on past. There's Nick Cannon. He gets by as well. Man, very anxious moment there for the number 3, Matthew Fitz, making his way down on the pit road, as pretty much the rest of the field here. I mean, I tell you, you're just guaranteed some excitement when you watch Full Throttle here. Everybody making their way down. Tires and fuel for the whole gang. Who's going to win the battle off of pit road? I see Chris Lynn stayed out. Dylan Hastings, I think he was the first one to get off of pit road, followed by Kevin Click. Ken Baum Jr. right behind. Then we have the 17, Tyler Isley. Jaden Bingham exits in the 6th position with Bill Hales. Luckily did not get taken out by that caution in the 7th spot. So right now he's not doing too bad to try to solidify his position in the round of 16 right now. Maybe, who knows, he might be able to move up the order a little bit. He's ahead of Carson Pittman, William Brown, and David Smil Jr. Because if we go, but let's see, if we go back and like to the intro page here, and let's see where he is in relation to the other drivers. Yeah, he's right behind Carson Pittman and David Smil Jr. In the standings. But in the race here, for example, Hales is there in 7th, Pittman's in 9th, and David Smil Jr., where is David? He's back there. He's in the 15th position. So yeah, that right now, that's definitely going to help the 53 for sure, to try to get some more points there. Let's see if we're going to get another lap of who is that right there? That's Carl Fitz, and we might be getting ready to get the 1 to go. Let's see what happens. Carl will probably get the wave around here if the lights go out on the pace car. Making their way down to the start-finish line. And, well, looks like it is 1 to go. So there's Carl Fitz making his way on by. Your leaders now come up behind the pace car. Everybody gets into position here. And Chris Lynn will be leading them back to the field, back to the green flag, I mean. There's some guys right now. There's Matthew Fitz and his dad, Carl Fitz, both making their way around to catch up to the field for the green flag here. Father and son there. The leaders making their way now through turns 3 and 4. There goes the pace car down on the pit road, getting ready for the restart. Green flag racing has resumed. Chris Lynn trying to get a good jump there on Dylan Hastings if he can. Boy, Hastings is right there though.
Caution.
Oh, we got us a caution here, and I don't see, did anybody wreck? Oh, I think it was Carl Fitz. Oh, he's facing the wrong direction there. Looks like he's able to get it turned around. Might have just been just a spin there. That's what I'm thinking. Oh, sometimes I see the guys, they're trying to get on the power too soon, and the car is just coming around on them. Let's go take a look here and see what happened to Carl here. And well, there we go. He's the number 18 down there. Oh, he gets into the 57, Brick Swope, and Swope is just pushing him along, and finally gets clear of him, and he locks it down. Everybody had already passed, fortunately. So yeah, that was not too serious incident for him there. You never want to have be involved in a caution, but you know, it does happen. Chris Lynn, he was up there at the front coming down pit road. Now, I don't know, they all pitted on lap 72 only like 6 laps ago. I wonder if he's just going to top off the tank, and oh no, he's going to take tires as well. So a little bit of strategy here, and maybe trying to set himself up to be off sync with the rest of the field, and maybe hoping that they'll have a long green flag run, and you never know where it might cycle around to. Lynn making his way back onto the track. Matthew Fitz maybe thinking the same thing here. He's running 18th at the moment. He has nothing to lose. Now, he is in the drop zone, so he needs to do something to maybe try to flip the script here and try to maybe be off cycle and maybe catch some of those guys that are further up in the playoff standings. Can't wait till the third race to try to affect the change, and you got to try to do it now. Every single race. We see a few more guys on pit road. Brody Green, Carl Fitz, Stan Mayberry making their way in. There's Bill Hales. Where is Bill at? Let me see if I can grab him real quick. There's Bill right there. I'm gonna hopefully got our stuff working here with Discord. Hey Bill, Tony in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey buddy, how you doing tonight?
Hey, you doing, man? I tell you, man, you're doing what you got to do, man. Hey, you know, you're on the bubble right now, but you know, you don't wait till that third race around the 16. You start right from race number 1, doing what you need to do to move up that order, man. So, how's the car handling out there for you tonight?
Car's doing good. After about 25, 30 laps, probably one of the faster cars on the track. Both from the back to the front. Right now, we just need to keep going. We don't even know when you have these yellows.
I tell you, maybe on lap 79, it might be about 80, 81 when they get going here. So starting to make your way a little closer to the front end. And you know how things always go when you get closer to the end. But anybody want to give a shout out to real quick?
Yeah, you give a shout out to the wife. She's sponsoring the car. And, you know, she allows me to race during the week instead of hang out with her. So.
Absolutely, man. I'm going to put you back down to the channel. Good luck, buddy. We'll talk to you later.
All right, buddy. Have a good night.
All right, night. Okay, that's Bill Hales. Like I said, his wife, Melanie Hales Photography, tonight's race sponsor. And old Bill trying to keep himself alive here in the playoffs. Dylan Hastings, and well, I think it's going to be, yeah, Hastings. I think he'll be leading them back to the green flag. Like, some little blink in there. Hope his connection is good. I'm at the online racing is always something that you have to deal with, and it, you know, sometimes you see guys they'll be up the front leading or something, and all of a sudden they lose their connection. Oh my, and you know, you hate to see something like that. And but here we go. I believe there goes the pace car down onto pit road. It'd be lap 81 on the restart. Got them all lined up, ready to go. Green flag once again. Racing has resumed. And this time it's Dylan Hastings. Got his nose out front there. Kevin Click trying to fight hard on the high side. Don't have a whole lot of room to work there. Ken Baum Jr. getting right up there with him. Oh, be careful, guys. They race down the backstretch. Boy, Ken Baum Jr. is right there. Colin McCarthy. I'm sorry, the 17 there. Who is that? Tyler Isley. Very, very close quarters racing here, folks. He's racing along, and okay, I was wondering if Isley, he's still back there behind him now. He managed to work himself up into the line there a little bit. But, man, he has nowhere to go right now. Kevin Click did get the lead from Dylan Hastings, and now Ken Baum Jr. trying to get that second position. Tyler Isley down on the inside. He's going to follow him through to the third spot. Hastings isn't done yet, but he can't keep up right at the moment here. Tyler Isley now in the final podium position with Hastings. Boy, getting some pressure there from Robert Bingham, and he's one of the drivers in the drop zone. Now Hastings, he's not in the playoffs at all anyway. So even if it were the last lap of the race, it's not like Bingham would have to, well, I mean, he'd want to pass him for the position to get the points and stuff. But he's still ahead of every other driver that's in the playoffs, with the exception of Click, Baum, and Isley. And boy, look at Bill Hales taking a little look and not ready to try to do something just yet. Carson Pittman right there behind the 53 in that 7th position. William Brown also trying to get himself back up there once again. He's going door to door with Pittman. It's just when they do touch. Oh, no, and he's going to try to hold on to it. Save it, save it, save it. He's locking it down, losing a lot of positions, but that's better. Oh, boy, he almost got taken out. That's still better than getting a collision. Oh, man, he drops down to the 17th position. Man, Ken Baum Jr. now he's got a little bit of work to do to run down the 35 there. Kevin Click. Now 86 of 120. Not a whole lot of laps left here. And look, boy, look at the gap that they've already opened up. It's like the top 4, they're like in pairs there. He's got these two here. Then there's Tyler Isley and Dylan Hastings. Separated themselves from Jaden Bingham, and Bingham, he's the one. Oh, Bill Hales back there. For a minute there, I thought he was going to push up to the wall and get caught by the 8 there of Nick Cannon. Hales, boy, he is up 15 spots from where he started the race. Nick Cannon in that 7th position, trying to see if he can get a little closer. He's already in the playoffs. Obviously, that goal is always to get as high up in the finishing order, get as maximum points you can achieve in every single race. Boy, I tell you, what a way to kick off the playoffs. Of all places, Darlington. Carson Pittman right behind them, not too far behind. The lead's heating up here. There's Ken Baum Jr. thinking about taking a move here on Kevin Click. Thing about being behind, looks like he might have just grazed the wall just ever so slightly. When you're out front, you can 100% run whatever line you want to run, but when you're chasing somebody, and you have to think about how you're going to pass, especially at a place like this where you just don't have a whole lot of physical room to work with. You're just stuck in the confines of those 2 top lanes, and that is it. Where a lot of tracks you'll see they have 3, 4 sometimes even if it's a big wide track, like say California there, maybe even 5 lanes of you know, you have somewhere that you can go, but just Darlington, there's just nowhere to go. And that wall is always looking out there to try to grab you. They continue to race along. Click, he remains in that lead position. Trying to hold off the 2 there. Ken Baum Jr. a little further back. Carson Pittman, he's comfortably in that 7th spot. Jaden Bingaman, he's got a nice cushion around him as well. He's 1.3 seconds ahead of David Smith. All these guys are starting to space out down here a little bit. There's the 5 there, Ryan Broderick. In the 11th position, Salter right behind him. They're both chasing Lucas Nilgis there for a position. And sometimes you just see them, their closing rate, sometimes they really got to get out of the gas in a hurry. And looks like something happened there with Salter. He got out of it. It's just like he really stayed out of it quite a bit, man. Jimmy Barr there and teammate Robbie Bice. I'm sorry, that's yeah, Jimmy Barr and Chris Lynn. That's who we're locked on right there. The 12 Jimmy Barr right there in front of him. They all went right on by the 8-8 of Salter, including his teammate there, Robbie Bice. It's such a hair-raising track to race at. I mean, every single turn, it's like that wall is just looming. Like, how close do you dare to get to me? Meanwhile, further up the front there, battle still raging on between Tyler Isley and Dylan Hastings. Hastings right there with the 17. Tyler trying to hold on to that podium position. 26 laps remaining. And as they continue the battle on, boy, Ken Baum Jr., he has still not gotten past Kevin Click. And I don't know if he's actually touching the wall or he's just, sometimes he has to overcorrect a little bit just to make sure he keeps that car off the wall. Boy, he is really working that car here tonight, trying to catch Kevin Click. You know, and there have been a lot of times we've seen Ken Baum Jr., he'll get up there and he'll have to battle with the guy for a handful of laps, and he eventually gets them. But I mean, Kevin Click came here to race tonight. They're both in the playoffs, and Click is not playing around, doing everything he can to stay. I mean, it looked like Ken Baum Jr. is just driving the wheels off of that thing. Kevin Click is also doing some good blocking as well, and the way he's entering the corner. Let's see if Ken Baum, can he get up under him here? Depending on the track, sometimes the way you enter a corner, you know, it'll dictate obviously how you exit the corner, but you may cut off the chasing driver's line, so he can't take the line that he wants to take or needs to take to make a pass on you. And no, just that racecraft, knowing how to position your car, it may, oh, and he taps the wall there, and I think that's going to give, that may give Ken Baum Jr. what he needs to get on by the door-to-door going down to turn 1. Now 22 laps remaining, and he still doesn't quite make the pass. They're both driving the wheels off those things. You got to wonder who's going to win out here. Is it going to be Click? Is it going to be Baum? Or is it going to be the lady in black? Because if they keep messing around with that wall, they both could end up very sorry. They continue to battle along here. Tyler Isley still in that 3rd position. A little bit of breathing room, but car lanes between him and Dylan Hastings. Bill Hales still in that 5th position, having a very strong run. He's on the bubble. He's not planning on staying there. He's ahead of the rest of the drivers that are in the playoffs, doing everything he can, having a very good run here tonight. And you know, whether or not, I don't know if, I mean, it's hard to say that a racer won't try to make a pass on a person, but sometimes when you look at the, see Hastings there blinking out. We saw him blink out earlier on the restart, and oh boy. Now, even something like that, if his connection were to go, then that would put Hales up to 4th, even more points for the 53 car. And boy, he better look behind him. Here comes Carson Pittman in that 4 machine. And oh boy, this is going to get spicy here, folks. It's Tyler Isley, Dylan Hastings, Bill Hales, and Carson Pittman. Ken Baum Jr., meanwhile, has gotten ahead of Kevin Click and actually opened up a 0.6 of a second lead there. I'm going to go back and see. Let me see here. Let me see if I can find that, where he made that pass at. Let's see. I don't see where Ken Baum, because I've got my replay set up so I can catch all these different things, and probably just don't see it. It's in here somewhere, but I can't find it here at the moment. Now he's working his way through some more lap traffic there. Got Brody Green in front of him there. Just past Matthew Fitz. Oh, here we go here. Let's go back and take a look real quick. This is where Ken Baum Jr. made the pass on Kevin Click for the lead here. Making their way down the back stretch. And he was just in the right position. Got a good run on that straightaway. And he's half a car length ahead. And made it look easy. It took him a while, but he made it look easy there as he moves back into the lead. Now 16 laps remaining. Boy, that gap is 1.3 seconds. He is checked out from Kevin Click. He's got a nice gap between Tyler Isley. Isley's looking pretty good himself. He's over half a second between him and Bill Hales. Hales was feeling a little bit of pressure there from Carson Pittman, but so far he's keeping the number 4 at bay, able to stay in that 4th position. Carson Pittman running 5th, but he's got Dylan Hastings now starting to close on him a little bit. That'll help Bill Hales out if Hastings puts more pressure on Carson Pittman. Nick Cannon now in the 7th position. Jaden Bingaman running 8th. David Smith Jr. in the 9th spot, and Lucas Nilgis rounding out the top 10. And you're starting to see now towards the end of the race, you see where all of the guys that are in the playoffs, especially the ones that are in the safe zone, they're all starting to kind of congregate up there at the top of the order.
The yellow flag is
Oh, we got us a caution here. Let's see what happened here. And, it was the number 8, Nick Cannon. Oh, he jumped to the pit, so something happened. Oh, my goodness. Well, he must have crashed for him to just jump right to the pits here. Let's see what happened. There's the 8. Now, he's all by himself. You know, who knows? It might have got away from him coming off the corner or something. Let's follow him as he's going through this turn here. It looks like he's getting ready to go onto the backstretch. Oh, okay. Matthew Fitz was up against the wall, and I think his momentum kind of carried him up there and got into the number 3 there a little bit. Oh, my goodness. Hard hit. Very hard hit. Boy, body parts just flying everywhere. Oh, my goodness. That's probably race over there for the number 8. And, boy, you got to feel for Nick Cannon there. So here we are, caution here. All your leaders coming down pit road. The entire everybody that's on the lead lap making their way down on the pit road. Ken Baum Jr., Kevin Click, Tyler Isley, all getting up there. There's Dylan Hastings. Bingaman making his way down to his pit box. Oh no, Brown overshot his pit box there a little bit. There's Broderick just getting to his. Wow, let's see who wins the battle at the front here. Let's see. Baum Jr. I think might have got it. And yes, he did. He just did beat Kevin Click there. So he'll be restarting in the lead. Man, it'll be about 10 laps to go, and these guys are gonna have fresh tires. Boy, I tell you, Kevin Click is gonna be laying some pressure on the number 2. Let me tell you. Tyler Isley right there at the front as well. And let me see if I can grab Tyler here real quick. And hey, Tyler. Oh,
I'm so sorry, man. I didn't know what was on. I'm sorry.
oh, you okay, man? Tyler with the theme music, man. You know, you gotta stay motivated.
Dude, that scared the crap out of me. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man. What's up, buddy?
How you doing, man? How's the race going, man? You're up in a podium position right now, man. Looking good.
Well, don't jinx me. No, I'm just kidding. We're having a good race. I don't know. Comfortable, I guess. I've been out of town all week, the last week, so I really wasn't sure what to expect. So I'm content with being fast. I don't know if I got anything for the guys in front of me, but just got to give it what I can, I guess. I mean, it's the end of the race and a chance to lock myself into the next round.
Yeah, I tell you, you know, we've seen a lot of the even especially at the front, the field starts to spread out a little bit. So getting that good restart and stuff, man, you may be able to get some real estate between you and the next car and to bring that thing on home to a podium. But
yeah, I'm hoping so. Well, like I said, we'll see. I mean, we got 10 laps, and I think it'll be 9 when we get going. So, yeah, I'm content so far. I really hope nothing gets dumb at the end here. But I'm looking forward to maybe trying to race these 2 up front for the win.
Absolutely, man. Well, you know, here at Darlington, you basically have those 2 lanes to work with. There's not going to be a whole bunch of 3 and 4 wide stuff going on here, so that may be helping your cause there. But yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and put you back down to your channel, man. So good luck, and we'll talk to you later.
Yeah, no worries. I'll fix that if I'm back up here in a minute.
All right, rock on, man. We'll see you.
See you.
All right, that's Tyler Isley, man, getting ready to get going once again. And now Baum Jr., you know he's going to have his hands full. He's got all these hungry drivers behind him. Kevin Click, Carson Pittman, Tyler Isley, Jaden Bingaman, Hastings, David Smith Jr., Bill Hales, now back to that 8th position. And so now he's got 5 drivers, playoff drivers in front of him, but he still has several behind him. So it'll be interesting to see here. I think the pace car off. Yes, it is. Here we go, folks. It'll be 9 to go. We get the green flag.
Green, green, green.
Racing once again. And like I said, they're getting a little spread out already. That car length between him and Click. There's Tyler Isley. Boy, he's got Carson Pittman. Pittman getting down there. Oh, he might get that position from Isley. Let's see what happens here. Down on the inside. Can Isley hold on? Oh, stay off the wall. Ooh. And right now he manages to hold on to the 4th position. I'm sorry, 3rd position. That's Isley. We're locked on Carson Pittman there, trying to catch the 17. They all got these fresh good years. Oh, Carson Pittman is getting away from him. Oh my goodness, he's going to collect somebody if he's not careful. Drivers are going past him. I think everybody got past him. Wow, everybody got past Carson Pittman. Unfortunately, boy, Pittman way down the order now. Baum Jr., he had just opened up the gap here, said, see you later there, Kevin Click. And what happened to Carson Pittman? Oh, he's back there in the 13th position. Man, that was crazy how he, kudos to every other driver.
Yellow flag.
Now let's see what happened here. We got a caution that somebody, that's David Smil Jr. And, oh, he's facing the wrong way. And, oh, somebody got around him there. Well, see, but that's what you do. If you spin or whatever, you lock that thing down. Even if you're on the track, just lock it down. Don't roll forward, backwards, whichever way you're facing. Because those drivers have to be able to see what you're doing to know what they need to do to take evasive action. Let's go back and take a look here with David, see if we can see what happened to David Smil here. And, oh, it already happened. Him and William Brown got together there. And, boy, this is going to be, watch this, folks. He's already in trouble. And the rest of the field, he's going to spin around. And there's 1, 2, ooh, boy. Salter just did get by. And the rest of the field, and he's trying to lock it down. There's Lucas Neal just getting by. He's spinning like a top. He made contact with somebody there. Okay, a couple of folks. Well, I think they ended up continuing on, though. Who is it? I can't see who that is. I think that's the 5, Broderick, I think it is. Yeah, the 5 there, and I can't see the number of that next car that was involved there. But he locks it down there, and oh my goodness, here comes, who is that? That's Briggs Swope. He comes on by. Don DeGroot, they go by. And it's a very uncomfortable position when you're sitting there like that. There's Carl Fitz. Oh, who is that? That was Matthew Fitz taking the high line, tagged the wall, but nevertheless still got through there. A very anxious moment when you're sitting there knowing that guys are just flying on by and everybody's trying to miss you, and everybody pretty much, it did collect a couple of cars, but they managed to get unhooked from him and continue on. Boy, I tell you. So here we go again, and now Ken Baum Jr., he's going to have to do it again. It's 4 laps to go, and what did I say earlier, folks? I'm starting to get suspicious here. These guys are planning this stuff. So here we go with a green-white checker again. This is going to be another green-white. This is going to be the first green-white checker attempt. They know how to get to a green-white checker attempt in this league here. The action does not. They're not going to let a race in on just a regular old plain, just run right to the finish line. No, it's not going to finish that way. There has to be some suspense. Ken Baum Jr., Kevin Click, Tyler Isley still in that 3rd spot. Dylan Hastings 4th. Bill Hales in the 5th position. Man, doing everything he can, man. He's sort of like the underdog. I like seeing the guys that are further back, but he's not an underdog, but if he can catch a break, you see him right there. And right now, he's the guy that's on the bubble. So, we're kind of watching to see what's going to happen with him. And then here's one of the guys that's actually ahead of him in the points right at the moment, Chris Lynn. They're running out of opportunity. Jaden Bingaman, who's actually in the drop zone, in that 7th position, that is going to help him greatly. And who knows, that might get him closer to the bubble, if not out of the, drop zone altogether. Jimmy Barr back there in the 11th position. Carson Pittman, he's 15th. Boy, I tell you, he's been working hard out there tonight and just not having the best luck. David Smil Jr. now, he's not on the lead lap, 16th, so he's up in the safe zone at the moment. That may not last. Same deal there with Colin McCarthy. Neither one of them now on the lead lap. But I think, let's see, how many retirements do we have? Is it 2? It's 3. Michael Self, Michael Zuver, and George Wood. Here we go. Green flag. Green flag, green-white checker attempt, number 1. Here we go. Ken Baum Jr. opening up a gap, 1.5 car length there to Kevin Click. Boy, look at Dylan Hastings and Tyler Isley battling out down the backstretch here. Bill Hales right there watching them. Isley doing everything, trying to get that final podium position. Now they're coming to the white flag. It's the final lap. Ken Baum Jr., he's looking pretty good. Kevin Click is nowhere close to him. The battle is back here now. Hastings has gotten ahead of Tyler Isley. As they race down the backstretch, Bill Hale still in that third spot. He's looking good. Brown is a 2-3 car lengths behind. May not be able to catch the 53. Here we come, coming out of turn 4. He's going to take the first win of the playoffs. It's Ken Baum Jr. for the win here at Darlington. So Ken Baum Jr. gets the W, gets the first win in the postseason here. And I know, obviously, I know he's a happy camper there. Time to light him up. Click did come home in second there. Dylan Hastings got that final podium position. Bill Hales did hold on for a 5th spot there. But Kevin Click, he is your winner here tonight at Darlington. We'll go ahead and get the guys up into the interview queue here. Let's go find everybody. Got Ken Baum, Click, and Hastings. Let's see. Where's everybody? There's Ken Baum. We'll move him up. And let's see. Kevin's right there with him. I mean, they're teammates, so 1-2 there for turn 2 terribles. And where is let's see, where is Dylan Hastings? Is he in the chat already? There he is. Go ahead and move him up here. And we'll drop on down there with him. And if I can get myself down there, I'll be all right. Okay, folks, we're down here with your top 3, Ken Baum Jr., Kevin Click, and Dylan Hastings. Hey, Ken, you got a copy?
Yep, I can hear you.
Man, I tell you, hey, here we go. First win of the playoffs, and starting off in a good spot here. Congratulations on that victory.
Yeah, I just needed to do what I needed to do. The car was not handling exactly how I wanted to, but it worked. So it was a good race.
10-4, man. Anybody would give a shout out to?
The whole Turn 2 Terribles team, Jeremy Zerfus, photography, girlfriend, my daughter, and Kevin for racing me clean. It was a lot of fun there with him.
10-4, man. Well, congratulations. Off to the races, and we'll see you next week.
Yep, see ya.
Now, hey, Kevin, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Tony.
Man, I tell you, you put up a good fight there, man. I tell you, they kept getting those cautions, and you know how it is when the guys, whoever the leader is, and they're like, oh, here we got to deal with this guy again. But it's still a nice 1-2 for turn 2 terribles, man. Congratulations on that second finish.
Yeah, happy with second right there. I don't think I had much for Ken. Only reason I got ahead of him there was during the pit stop, and burnt my tires off trying to keep him back there, and he ended up getting around me anyways. So it was a good run by Ken, and congrats to him. And just thank you to everybody at Turn 2 Terribles, JZ Photography. Got a shout out to the Brent Marks Sim Racing team as well, and we'll see her next week and see if we can put her in victory line then.
Absolutely, man. Well, congratulations again, and we will see you next week.
Yep. Thank you, Tony.
Hey, Dylan, you got a copy?
Yeah, Tony.
Man, I tell you, good racing, man. I said we've seen you have some strong runs here as the season has progressed. Not enough to get you into the playoffs, but man, I tell you, you're still making your presence known. And good effort there tonight here. Congratulations on that podium finish.
Yeah, I appreciate it. I wish it would have stayed a little green there for a while. I think the setup was really kind of settling in there in the long run. But all in all, Tyler Isley made it fun to race around him, and just all in all, just awesome.
10-4, man. Anybody want to give a shout out to?
Just the Up and Smoke team, man. These setups are fire every week, and this league is just a lot of fun. A lot of these guys make it very challenging, and that's what makes it fun to to participate each week. Wish I had participated in more races throughout the regular season so I could compete in the playoffs, but we'll try it next season.
Yep, there's always next year. But congratulations again, and we will see you next week.
Appreciate it.
Yeah. Okay, folks. Well, that will do it here. Let me go ahead and let's bring up the finishing order here. Get that up on the screen. There we go. Again, Baum Jr., your winner. Kevin Click, second. Dylan Hastings, third. Tyler Isley, fourth. Bill Hales, fifth position. William Brown, sixth. Chris Lynn in the seventh position. Jaden Bingham in eighth. Ninth, Lucas Nilgis. And Ryan Broderick, he rounds out the top 10. And I'll scroll on down so you can see where your favorite driver is. You can see several of those playoff drivers, they finished a bit further down the order. It's kind of mixed through there. Bill Hales had a good night tonight, and even some of the guys in the bubble there, Bingham and Matthew Fitz, they had a good finish as well. And so we'll see what happens in race number 2. And race number 2 will be at Kansas, the second race of the round of 16. So hit like, share, subscribe, click that notification bell so you'll know every time we go live. So for all of us here at Rice Motorsports TV, we want to wish you a pleasant evening.